Jordan Murphy, such a hard worker, downstairs to the rim for 2 and a foul.
It's Murphy against Watkins. No. Murphy again. Gophers follow the hammer.
I'm pleased to have former Minnesota star Jordan Murphy with me. And Jordan, first of all, your reaction being named to the BTN All-Decade Team in the Big Ten, so one of the top 15 players over the course of 10 years.
Oh, wow. Well, I thought it was a huge accomplishment. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, obviously, you don't really play just for that type of accolade, but it's always cool to pick one up on the way. So that's a really cool accomplishment.
It's evident in hindsight, and it was evident pretty much right away because you were good from the get-go that freshman year. But it was evident you were under-recruited, that you probably were a higher-level recruit than people had understood. Were you ever playing with something to prove? Like, was that part of your mindset of, hey, I'm better than people gave me credit for?
I think that was a little bit of it. I mean, obviously, I just wanted to win, but, I mean, that was definitely had something to prove. I definitely had something to prove a little bit just because of the fact that I came in very underrated, I think, one of those things. But I like being in that position because you really don't you're not expected to do a lot by the opponent, and you always get to catch them on surprise.
Give me a sense of your growth because obviously, look, your forte is rebounding. 6'6", a little undersized for a rebounder. Did you grow late? Did you grow early? Kind of how did you become this rebounder?
I credit my height probably to my dad, and like my rebounding to my dad as well. I had like 2 growth spurts, one right after middle school, and then one in like the very middle of high school. But my dad really instilled the rebounding portion of my game into me, just by going to parks and elementary schools, like playground and on the basketball hoops outside, and just start. He basically shot bricks the whole time. He said, "Go get it. Go find a way to go get the ball." And we was doing reps on reps on reps, and obviously it got drilled into me.
Why was that a point of emphasis for him?
Because he knew not a lot of players pay attention to that. Not a lot of players will just have their mindset on rebounding first, and that's something that's really unique. And he wanted me to get to a high level, so just something that helped me be successful.
What did it mean to you to ultimately end up as the number 2 rebounder in Big Ten history?
I honestly had no idea about where the standings were. So I didn't know I was even that close to being in the top 5 of rebounding all time in the Big Ten. So I didn't pay attention to a whole lot because I didn't even know I was in that position to do that. It was amazing when I found out. I was like super surprised. Like I was beyond surprised.
Do you know anything about the guy who's number 1, Jerry Lucas, one of the top 50 players in the history of the NBA?
I had heard a little bit about him, and then when I actually doing research on who he was, then I was really amazed, actually. So
yeah, it's pretty good to be named in that company, huh? Give me a sense of your best memories of your time as a Gopher.
Oh man, my best times as a Gopher. I mean, I've had a lot of ups and downs at the University of Minnesota basketball-wise. I mean, it was definitely an experience just being able to come in on a not very good Minnesota team my freshman year, still be able to accomplish some things and do a lot. And then my sophomore year, being able to give our fans that trust back into our team and be able to show them that we can pick things up. And then my junior year, where which was kind of like very similar to my freshman year, just being able to play well, but our team not do as well as we did in the past. And then my senior year, obviously, no one expected us to be in the position that we were at the end of the season. So that was pretty fun to prove some people wrong about making the tournament and stuff like that.
Is there one game you think about the most?
One game I think about the most, probably that Maryland win my freshman year at the Barn when they were number 5. And we were still, I don't know if we had won a game recently. I don't think we did. So it was like our first win however long it took the number 5 team in the country to come in our building for us to play like that. And that's what I think about often because I don't know if we should have won that game or not.
Well, Jordan, a pleasure to catch up with you. It was so much fun watching you play. I know you were someone who I've just thoroughly enjoyed following in your 4 years, and cool to be able to spend some time with you. And congratulations on quite an accomplishment. It's really remarkable.
Thank you. I appreciate it.